Good morning. Well, I guess it's kind of more like midday. Good lunchtime to you. From the porch, it is the most beautiful day here in Texas. Absolutely gorgeous. It's going to be in the 60s today. So I always have to remind myself that this is why we live here. We live here because of December, January, February, March, occasionally April, and occasionally November. But I would like to call as my witness in 2020 that November spent the majority of its time this year in the 80s. So that's a 2 thumbs down for me, dog. But I have to tell myself that every August. Like, think about December. Like, think about January. When you're like on a porch swing. Okay. First thing, we had our final giveaway on Saturday for our biggest Jen's Favorite Thing bundle from the gift guide this year. And I would like to tell you that the winner of the grand finale prize is Megan Leonard from Prosper, Texas. Yay, Megan! Congratulations! You got a good bundle, sister. Lucky you. Yay, Megan. I'm so happy for all of our winners. It's so cute. And thanks for being a part of that and for entering to win. And just remember, if you liked anything you saw, there's deals for this community on all those products from all those amazing companies with a conscience. Remember, we almost exclusively feature companies who are giving back in really profound ways. And so that's all over at Hatmaker.com under the podcast tab. Just pull up gift guide. And every single one of those companies gave us discount codes and coupons and everything. So if you like anything, go get it, because this is, you can trust these companies with your money. They're doing the most amount of good with your purchasing dollars. So proud of them. Okay, if you didn't see yesterday, I do recommend after this video that you go back on my page. By the way, this is just Monday with Jen. This is just yammering, okay? I want to set your expectations that this is not profound information. Okay, go back on my page one post, and I would like you to see that my son Caleb, my 18-year-old, said, Mom, I'm gonna go get a haircut. Great, because you need one. Go get one. I'm happy about that. That's a thing I harp on. And then he came home with a haircut. He sure did. He sure did. He came home with a mullet. Like a Mike Gundy mullet, honestly. Kind of shaved down the side a little bit, down the sides, and it's down to about here. He's like, Mom, come out on the porch and look at my haircut. He's real proud. And then, also yesterday, I've been telling Remy, I need your Christmas list. Okay, I need some ideas, just some ideas. Point me in the right direction. I want you to have a happy Christmas morning. I want to make sure that I'm in the right categories for you on things that you're interested in. I'm not like a mom who buys a lot of stuff all year long. I'm not like a regular, frequent buyer of things. So birthdays and Christmas are that's kind of our big moment. So I'm like, tell me what you were interested in. And, by the way, it's a double-edged sword. I don't know if you remember this, but last year, when I was gathering intel from the children, what would you like to have? The other kids gave a list of, 5 or 6 things or whatever. And even inside of that saying, Mom, just pick a couple of these. And Remy, last year, sent me, this is no hint of a lie, separately, separate links with descriptions to go with the link. Things like, I'd like this one in white, or I believe my size in a ring is a 6, things like that. How many, you ask? How many did she send? 106. Okay. 106 separate links texted to me on my phone. While I was trying to scroll to the bottom of it, I went into menopause. And I was like, this child has lost her damn mind. So one down, 106. I think had I totaled it all up, it was going to be roughly like, if I totaled it all up, we were way over the $10,000 mark. Okay. Do you have any fools like that live in your house? Or is it just me? Or, okay. Well, anyway, this year, I could get none from her. So it's feast or famine with this one, all right? And so I said, I really do need a handful of things. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to like take my best guess. So she sent me several links yesterday. I wish I wasn't recording on my phone so I could remember what it is called, but it is from a very weird site. Some of the links, very weird site. And it had things like a little collar with some spikes, for example. And some real gothy things. And so this morning, when I was cooking her breakfast, I was like, those were some interesting ideas. Interesting ideas that you're having. And so she says, Mom, I'm really, this is what she told me this morning. I'm very interested in trying out a new aesthetic. I want a new aesthetic, and I just want to try it out. And I was like, well, you know what? Okay. You know what I say? Okay. Because each one of those items cost around like $1. It's really well made, like very well crafted. Do you know what I mean? And so here's what I want to tell you this morning on the porch. Between the mullet and the spiky collar, new aesthetic. Not everything matters. Do you know what I'm saying, moms? Like, okay, I'm ahead of a lot of you. Some of us are kind of right in the same spot, but I've got one who is launched, like he pays his own cell phone bill. You know, he pays his own insurance. Bye, he's off the payroll. And then I have one in high school, like a 14-year-old, and everything in between. So I've kind of run through the gamut of all the stages, all the way to an adult. And I can just tell you this. I'll tell you what doesn't matter. Hair, weird new aesthetics for 14-year-olds who are trying on a handful of personalities, clothes. And I'm not going to win any points on this one with you. I'll tell you what else doesn't really matter. Having a super tidy room. I'm sorry. Like, if you want to die on that hill, I will bless you. I will bless you. But if you just want to stop beating your head against a wall and just know that they're not this gross forever. Like, we were gross. Do you want, can we talk about that? Can we talk about our hair? Can we, okay, well, today's not a good day for this because look at this. When I tell you that I put this bun into my hair last night when I went to bed and I haven't touched it. So this is me like essentially straight out of bed. So I understand that I don't have a strong leg to stand on hair. But what I'm saying is, we wore stupid clothes. Our rooms were a mess. We were weird. We tried on weird aesthetics. Do you guys remember? Did anybody ever decide they wanted to shop at Hot Topic when they were in high school? You know, with all your like angsty feelings, like nobody understands me. Just nobody understands me, you know? You're just like in a quagmire of emotion. It just doesn't matter. It doesn't. Like, some things matter. Character, honor, being a truth teller, loyalty, kindness. These matter. These are my hills. I will die on them all. But hair, guys, don't worry about it. If your kid is the weirdest he has ever been in his life, and you're looking at him right now like, who's gonna marry you? Right? Like, who would want this? You're gonna live upstairs forever because look at this. If your daughter is just like this moody, weird, walking around your house with her weird haircut and like her makeup looks terrible, I just want to remind you that we wore blue eyeshadow from soup to nuts right here, okay? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you can, helicopter up 30,000 feet above and look down and think, what is this going to matter 10 years from now? Furthermore, is it still going to be like this 10 years from now? It isn't. It isn't. I'm sorry, that's Lady. You know, she's a very, very loud walker. Very loud. It isn't. And because when your kid is 25, not 15, she's not going to wear a spiked choker to work. She isn't. She's probably just going to wear like a black dress and sensible shoes. What matters? What's gonna last? What's gonna stick? You know what they'll end up remembering? Are moms who shrugged and laughed off their weird teenage things, right? Or their weird elementary school things. Well, sure. Yep. Mullet? Good. Let me take a picture of it. Let me document this, right? Let's pick what matters. So I'm asking you this week, what can you let go of? What can you let go of? You know what? You'll be happier. Are you beating your head against a wall with a kid over something that you could just let go and have peace? Just live in peace. Pick the stuff that counts. Okay, that's me. Maybe your kid wants a new aesthetic this year. I don't know. All right, I cannot be the only one with this stuff going on, right? Okay, last thing. I want to talk to you about my friend Matthew's new book. I have come to you with Matthew's children's books a million times. Matthew Paul Turner, my good friend. He is unequivocally my favorite children's author. He just is magic. I don't know what to say. His books for children are magic. He is like a lyricist, and his language is so beautiful. His concepts are so dear and precious. I love the way he talks about God to our children. I love the way he teaches them through his books. And he has a new book out called All the Colors of Christmas, and it is darling. It is so sweet. Like, it'll make you choke up when you read it to your babes. It's on Amazon right now for less than $12. I just want to read you one little page. He goes through all the colors of Christmas, what they are and what they look like. I'll read you this little part because it's so sweet. I'm going to show you a picture. You know that I used to be a teacher, right? I am really good at doing this. Really, really good. Now, I was a fourth grade teacher for most of the time, so I was reading chapter books. I was reading Number the Stars to my children and bawling my eyes out. But I did teach first grade for 1 year, and I got really good at this business right here. Reading sideways and holding with my hand. Okay. Christmas is brown. It's pine cones scattered around. It's caramel corn and copper French horns. It's winter's frozen ground. It's firewood piled high and reindeer that fly. It's cinnamon sweets and gingerbread treats. It's homemade pecan pie. It's a cradle soft with hay and a donkey's gentle bray. It's God within a baby's skin on that very first Christmas day. It's shepherds kneeling down and wise ones gathered round. It's Mary's sigh and Jesus's cry. Yes, Christmas is brown. And he goes through them all. Why Christmas is red, why Christmas is green. It's so dear. It's so precious. I put a link up there for you if you want it. Matthew, you've done it again. Matthew's other books, which you've heard me talk about, When God Made the World, When God Made You, and When I Pray for You. I've never gotten through When I Pray for You one time. I tried to read it to you on a video when it first came out, and I had to stop. Beautiful work. You've done it again, my friend. Really proud of you. Really so thankful that you use your gifts in this world All the Colors of Christmas by Matthew Paul Turner. Okay, that's it. I'm interested to hear in the comments what you were going to let go of this week. What's the thing that you finally say, you know what? Guess what? You don't have to eat the broccoli. You just don't. You don't have to sit there anymore while you're gagging and falling on the ground in drama and freaking out and crying. Just no more broccoli. Oh, that's it. Let's have peace. Let there be peace on earth, right? Let there be joy to the world. Not everything matters for the scope of their life. Let's pick it. Let's pick what counts. Okay. Don't forget this. It's always really bright when I come in. Have a good day, everybody.